Guess what? The Peak Tram stopped for me at the McDonald Road exit. It's not the usual place to start because they had trouble selling me a ticket. I was like halfway up, or maybe a quarter, a third of the way up the hill, and they charged me full price for the round trip return ticket, but hey, whatever. It was awesome. I'm so glad that I found it. And my big rush was that when I left my hotel at 9 in the morning, it wasn't difficult, in the directions, but it took me a long time to find this. And I had a train to catch at 2:19 p.m. at Kowloon, West Kowloon Station. So I really was a little bit in a hustle, and I didn't want to rush this because it's a beautiful thing, but I'm so lucky I got a clear, beautiful day to go on the Peak Tram. It was a Sunday, so it was pretty busy. Families were there together, enjoying their time, and I was the only one who got on at McDonald Road, so everybody looked at me and don't speak any Chinese, so the conductor was sort of figuring out what I'm doing and sorted it out that I need to buy my ticket at the top, but they were very nice about it. They gladly sold me my ticket. I got to enjoy the Peak Tram. Building ahead is an observation tower slash shopping mall entertainment facility. Once at the top, you wander around and perhaps eat. There's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of views and hikes and shopping, things to do with the family or as a tourist. It's a lovely spot. Made it! Country Park. Just like a lamb like that. Everybody dancing. It's for their OnlyFans channel. Of course, I wish I brought Nala, but I can barely get into Hong Kong myself with all of the apps and applications and, clearances. To bring the dog, it would be a permanent move. I can't bring Nala to Macau or Hong Kong. It's very difficult to bring her in and out of the country, so I don't know that she'll ever go to Hong Kong with me. This is the famous view from the peak. The music you heard in the background is from Rifles Indian Restaurant, which is very cute. I ended up eating there a few weeks after this visit on a subsequent Peak Tram experience where it was more leisurely, casual, and fun. This was obviously a solo trip, and I kind of spent like maybe less than an hour at the peak. It was Sunday, it was crowded, but not not too crowded. I really did enjoy the peak, and it was a beautiful sunny day. This observation wheel, the Ferris wheel down there on the coast, was where the music festival was that I went to Hong Kong this weekend. This is Rifle's restaurant. Really good food. Quite expensive though. I don't know what touting means. The sign says no touting, but you know, it really is a good place to just have a drink and a snack, but it was fairly reasonably priced Indian food. Back down because I have to rush to catch my train back to mainland China. This was an awesome experience though. I recommend planning better and perhaps taking a taxi. The taxi drivers know exactly how to get to the Peak Tram. Unlike this Megwao, American tourist fool. Actually, I did notice there's a bus station and a road, and so there's people on foot. I think maybe they're neighbor people, but there is a way for people to walk up the alternative route. The Peak Tram is just a tourist attraction that obviously led someone like me to come and pay for sightseeing, which is a great idea. But if you're someone who's into hiking and likes being outdoors and likes adventure, I think it would have done my heart good to actually have climbed up to the peak on foot. Maybe another time I'll make a video about it. I'm going glamping this weekend. This coming weekend is a holiday. It's Chinese Labor Day. I'll be showing that. This is where I embarked on the tram. McDonald's station, otherwise known as the Governor Melanie Wood Station. If you're like me and you want to get married in a civil ceremony instead of a church ceremony, then an option for you in Hong Kong is to go to Cotton Tree Drive Marriage Registry. That seems like a lovely place to get married under the court. There are a few churches in this area of Hong Kong, but I think who wouldn't want the park and the nature and the birds to be your witness? like a public market on Sundays. There was all sorts of people like doing each other's hair and makeup and selling things. It was a bit too crowded. I think there should be like a special place for this because I was truly just trying to walk along the sidewalk to get to the ferry and it was chaos, but I'm glad there's commerce and I'm glad these people are enjoying their weekend. But I was in a mad dash to the train station and I made it to the ferry. What you gonna do with that finger, John Waters? Okay, I made it. I'm at West Kowloon Station and it's 1 o'clock. I'm at the main ticketing concourse, but think airport. You have to check in for your train, you have to show your identification as your ticket, then you have to show your health code, and you have to go through customs to show that you can properly leave Hong Kong and you're allowed to enter China. So really, 1 p.m. is just in time. After doing all the paperwork, you're gonna be at the gate around 2 o'clock. And of course, after doing all your shopping, there's duty free. I couldn't help myself. It's really one of the only places in the world that sells Shalimar anymore. It's a classic French perfume. They only sell little tiny bottles, so good enough. It really was a great day in Hong Kong. All around, I made the most of my partial day. Raced for the train. Enjoyed the beauty of Hong Kong.
Late, say, Gelly. Boarding for train G6558 to Chongqing Road in 9 minutes. Please board immediately.